Right, today you find me and Tony in Munsley. We're looking for some gun emplacements, but we come across this to start with. Got a really smart warm wall reel. And this posh memorial here is quite good. This it's in memory of the Royal Engineers bomb disposal personnel. They lost their lives between 1944 and 53, clearing all the beach mines and making them safe after the war. Never knew this. A lot of them too. All killed around the Norfolk coast. Here we are now at the Munsley gun emplacements, built in 1941, and you can see here the council removed all the bolts 2 years ago. It's where one of the two 6-inch naval guns, or the 12-inch, were sighted. The other one's sighted over here, just there. Quite a bit of underground stuff. You see Tony walking up to the other side. There's a building over there, and a swing round, and this one here has been turned into a garden shed. So someone's actually took control of that, but it's quite intact, right near the cliff edge, as you can see. Quite a lot remains. We tried to find this last time we come out, but we weren't successful. We were in the wrong place. But yeah, a bit of history. Is actually manned by the Home Guard, believe it or not, and the Royal Artillery. They took control of it. It was commissioned in 41 after it was completed, and then decommissioned in 44, and the guns were removed in 46. If you come down here, it's a little bit overgrown. I'd like to get out to the other bits if I can. And here's all the information here. I'll hold it over it if you want to freeze frame it when you're watching it. That's the information about the Home Guard. And this is all about the World War II Emergency Coastal Battery, as it was known. They came from, the two guns actually came from, yeah, they are 6-inch guns, salvaged from World War I destroyer dated 1916. Installed by Royal Navy, handed over to the Royal Artillery. Manned by the Home Guard, under the supervision of the Royal Artillery, of course. Okay, let's have a little explore. View from the other gun emplacement. You can see down here they removed all the bolts on this one as well. There we go there. Very clever. The council wouldn't list this apparently because there wasn't enough of the site left intact. Well, they're the ones that come along and ruined it. Mainly concrete plinths. There are searchlights here as well, and also a quick fire gun for any enemy dive bombers or potential dive bombers. And another building over there. I'm going to try and get a different view of this without getting stung. Or here, have a little view of the coast. Loads of rigs out there on the horizon. Come out on the one of the plinths, get a closer look at where the guns are actually mounted. Down there must lead to the magazine, so I'd love to be able to get under down these tunnels somewhere, but it's vented. I'll totally lift it up. Yeah, quite a good little site really. We're going to see if there's anything else around here, see what else is listed here. And that's where I've just been. Yeah, shame you can't get in it. Good though, interesting. I'm going to follow this path down now, see what's on the beach. It's supposed to be some old tank obstacles dumped down here, but we'll have a look. We've come down to the beach, down that cliff, and a mountain goat would fear to tread, I think, but anyway, we're down here, and you can see we've got the rather crude sea defences here, and I read somewhere that a lot of this originally was 45-gallon drums filled with concrete. And their original purpose during the war was to use as roadblocks. and after the war, of course, didn't need them. They better served down here, and we've walked all the way along here to find. Here they are. We've got one here, one there. Yeah, they're clever. That's been there. Well, that's pretty good, isn't it? And these two more here. So these have been here. These 3, 4. Oh, there's another one here. Yeah, group of them together. Ah, oh, look at that. Tony's love heart. So they've been here 80 years. That's pretty impressive that they're still here. So it shows in 80 years that the cliffs here, luckily, are pretty stable, and all thanks to World War II tank traps. 45 gun drums filled with concrete, so if they ever needed them, they just roll them in position. Come along a bit further, and there's another one. So these blocks, I don't know where these have come from. There's a mishmash of curbstones and blocks from road works or whatever. This one's quite interesting here. This one's got a bit of metal on top of it, so that was probably used in a barricade. Another one a little bit further along there, one with even more metal on it. So these were home guard type barricades where I don't think they would have stopped a tank, but in those days they'd try anything. And as we've got nearer to Munsley, there's more and more and more of them, so I'm glad we found them. So there's another little relic from World War II. But probably when people walk past it, don't even realise what it's for, or where they originated from. Having said it's a lovely day, it's just starting to rain. There's lots of them down here. So yeah, most holiday makers would just think, oh well, just lumps of concrete, but yeah, been here a long, long, long time. I'll film them all just for posterity. And we're nearly at the promenade. So I'll try and dig out some pictures what they looked like in the war. Rolled across the roads, etc. Oh, that one would have been there. A whole bunch of them here. Yeah, that's worth a trip down the cliffs. Well, we've left Cromer now and come along the coast. We've just come past Walcott, which you can see in the distance there. Over there, and we've found another coastal battery. There's one gun emplacement there. You can see in the distance there a pillbox over there, and another gun emplacement here. And there you can see the church at Walcott. Sorry, there's the church at Haysborough, and just along in front of me here is the coastal path, Norfolk coastal path. So have a little look round, have a little explore while we're here. So I'll probably do this as a separate video. So there's a lot of graffiti, etc. here, but still fairly intact. It's a shame it's all blocked up in there. I don't know if you can see that. Barrel looks like one of them barrels that we saw down on the beach at Munsley. In fact, it is. Loophole. Good view of the other. You can see it come into focus. There it is. That's the other gun battery. Well, between the gun emplacements, and I found 2 spigot mortar bases. So a little climb up here. Let's see. That's where the mortar, a temporary mortar, would have been placed. And there's another one next to it. These have been dumped here. They would have been spread out on the site more than they are at the moment. But yeah, it's quite a lot here. You're quite remote here. We just come up some private road, so going the other one. There's an interesting hole. Interesting to see what's down there. We'll go down there today, that's for sure. Have a look in the other one. Something's dead in here. Stinks. There's the view out to sea. It's starting to rust away a bit here, as you can see, but it's actually fairly intact again. Stinks rotten. Oh, interesting that. There's the other one back through there. Imagine that's where the gun mounting would have been. Yeah, you can see here. See each where the bolts were. So probably another old naval gun, probably taken from another battleship or cruiser from World War One. Look back on it here, someone else has joined us. Could be the landowner saying, "What are you doing up here?" No, no, they're being nosy just like we are. So look at this rather neglected site, but it's looking around now. Farmer dumps all his bits and bobs here, so have a quick look in here. Fairly clean. Fairly clean. So we'll look out the view towards Haysborough. So yeah, a dividing wall or a blast wall. Still cabling in here, something from the wall perhaps. Yeah, interesting little site. Not many people visit this unless you're walking the coastal path. And back out again. So yeah, it's quite dispersed and still fairly intact. A few bits and bobs around. Yeah, quite interesting this one. So yeah, if you want to find this, it's between Walcott and Haysborough, and down a little farm track. Some guy told us about it, so we came down here. Well worth a visit. Look at this rather neglected site, but it's looking around now. Farmer dumps all his bits and bobs here, so have a quick look in here. Fairly clean. Fairly clean. So we'll look out the view towards Haysborough. So yeah, a dividing wall or a blast wall. Still cabling in here, something from the wall perhaps. Yeah, interesting little site. Not many people visit this unless you're walking the coastal path. And back out again. So yeah, it's quite dispersed and still fairly intact. A few bits and bobs around. Yeah, quite interesting this one. So yeah, if you want to find this, it's between Walcott and Haysborough, and down a little farm track.